So officially, already we had a one session about the discussion about the complete syllabus and everything. Now today we are actually going to start with the first unit. Okay, so I'm extremely sorry for the gap in between because I was busy with so many assignments and everything. Okay, so I'm extremely sorry for this. So let's start with the session. I'm sharing my screen now. Hira or Mayur, whoever, Mayur is another CR, na? Am I right, Hira? Yes. So Mayur and Hira, you are supposed to check whether whoever has entered in the meet are from our class only. Okay. So just check that. In between, I will share my screen and I will not allow now anyone to come in. A quick confirmation, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Thank you. So let's start with the first unit, which is all about what is a data analysis. Okay. Exploration of the data analysis and what is a data science project. Okay. Responsibilities of the analyst. Okay. Then what is the analytics and analytics difference, some different file formats. Okay. So n number of things that are which are there in the unit 1 as per the syllabus, and we will be covering the first unit in today and tomorrow's session. Okay, so bit of theoretical is there, so I'll be covering the unit 1 in today's and tomorrow's session. So let me just check once again. Just give me a minute. I don't know whether your syllabus is with me right now. This was the okay practical. Uh, Somewhere I think your syllabus was there, but I yeah, it was a syllabus. Yes. Let me just check, and I'll give you the overview. I'm not going to discuss the syllabus. Anyways, we are going to start with the unit 1 only. Uh, these are the essentials of this practicals. Yeah, this is the syllabus. Now, if you just look at the syllabus, we are now talking about the unit 1, okay, which we will be covering in today or most probably tomorrow's session. We required it. Then comes the next unit called as a data wrangling. Okay, so again, bit of theoretical as well as the practical. And when we'll start with the data visualization and storytelling, this is all almost completely about a practical. Okay, so let's start with the first unit. What is there in the data analysis? So let's start with what is the data analysis. Now, before I start with the data analysis, as you know that nowadays everywhere there is a data, correct? Yes or no? Everywhere we are talking about the data only, right? Agree to this? I cannot see your what we can say reactions at all. So I want someone to come and let me know. People are still coming in, and this is very bad. Now no one. Ira just punch a message that no one should come inside now, right? So nowadays everywhere there is a data. A huge amount of data is getting generated every day. What do you mean by this now? When you are talking about this data, okay, uh, I can say just take the example of say what we can say social media databases. Okay, huge number of images, audios, and videos we are getting exchanged. Okay, and it's not about just the GB of data. It is a terabyte, petabyte, or maybe hexabyte of data is getting generated. Now the question is, what you will do with this data? Okay, you should use this particular data. You should able to extract some patterns from this particular data. Then only it will be useful, and that pattern I can use it for making any kind of a decisions, right? So we say what we required a technique, and technique called as the data analysis. So what is a formal definition of the data analysis? It is a process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling the data to discover useful information. First, inspect the data. What data is? Try to understand the data. If at all you required any cleaning of the data, because you cannot build any kind of a analysis model, okay, on the unclean data. I'll give you the example. Suppose you have so many missing values. Then analysis will not be the correct one. If your data is not standardized or a different set of, or what we can say, the ranges are there in your data. Again, you cannot have the good analysis on that. If you have some extreme values into your data, we say those are called as the outliers. Can you do the data analysis on that? No. Preeti, what is the time, Mayur, what is the time to attend this, come into the session?
Ma'am, actually there was network issue at my place. Wi-Fi wasn't working because it's raining here.
Okay,
So I
fine.
had to join you. I'm sorry.
But next time, please take care of this, everyone,
Sure,
right?
sure, sure. Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. So some extreme values are there. So are you able to work? See, again, people are coming here. This is, I don't like it at all. Hira, please punch a message. No one should even come in right now. Please. Okay. Now I will not, absolutely, I'm not going to take anyone inside. Okay. So suppose you have some extreme values. What you will do with the data? Again, you have to clean the data. So first try to understand what your data is. Perform something called as a EDA on the data. It's called as a exploratory data analysis, EDA on the data. Clean your data. Try to transform your data. Okay. And then you will be having something called as a modeling. Then you actually build a analysis model. And then once you build this analysis model, what you are going to get is some information through which you can take some decisions, business decisions, or draw some conclusions. Okay. So the goal of the data analysis is to extract meaningful insights from raw data to answer the specific questions or to solve the problem. I'll give you the example. Let's take an example. Suppose I have a production company and I wanted to launch a product. So tell me what kind of analysis I will perform. I want you to come on the audio and tell me because I cannot see your chat or nothing. Tell me what kind of analysis we will perform on this then. Yes. What you will do with the analysis? Tell me. You wanted to launch a new product. Tell me. Yes, I'm waiting. Hello. You wanted to launch a product. So first of all, can I say you will take a decision that when I can go for launching the product, to whom I should target? Okay, what should be my target audience in that case? What should be the timeline in which I need to launch the product? Whether it should be in the Diwali season or maybe say Christmas seasons or whatever it is. So can I say to take these all decisions, I need to perform some analysis on the data, some previous data, कि अगर मैंने ये प्रोडक्ट यहाँ पे लॉन्च किया तो मुझे इतना प्रॉफिट हुआ, मैंने अगर ये सीजन में लॉन्च किया तो मुझे प्रॉफिट नहीं होगा. सो कैन आई से आई एम टेकिंग द डिसीजंस बेस्ड ऑन दिस? करेक्ट? Yes or no? Are you agree to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
this is basically called as the analysis. So what is the goal of the data analysis? Is to extract the meaningful insights from the raw data to answer the specific questions or to solve the problem. And there are n number of types are there. So what are the different types of analysis? The first one is called as a descriptive analysis. So it is just going to answer what is your data. What question? What is your data? Or I can say it is just going to summarize the past data to describe what has happened. So previously, when I have launched the product, what was the case? So that will be basically done by the descriptive analysis. For example, analyzing monthly sales data to determine which product sold the most. That's it. Once I got the answer of what my data is all about, the next question which I'm going to solve will be diagnosing the data. What do you mean by diagnosis? Why this has happened? Why the sales was less or why the sales was more or whatever it is. Understanding why something happened by examining the data more closely. For example, analyzing the website traffic data to understand why there was sudden drop in the visitors. Why question? So just giving the statistics, what is the number of visitors to the sites is the descriptive analysis. But why the sudden drop is there, that is called as a diagnostic analysis. Are you with me till this pointer, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then comes the predictive analysis. You got the question of answer of what is the data. You got the answer of why this was happened. Now coming to what will happen. So let's take an example. If I'm talking about the weather conditions, so what was the weather condition last 3, 4, 5 days or week? Why this was a weather condition? Was there any low intensity something has happened in the Arabian Sea or somewhere else? So why answer? Now forecast it. What will happen tomorrow? What will be the weather condition tomorrow? So that is nothing but your predictive analysis. So using the historical data to predict future outcome. For example, using the past customer purchase behavior to predict future buying patterns. Right? Then comes something called as a prescriptive analysis. So what is a prescriptive? If this can happen, this is the future. So if the IMDb department is saying that tomorrow there will be a heavy rainfall, this is what is the future they have predicted. So tell me what will be the action taken by the government in that case? Recommendations, na? Please stay at home. You get the messages, na? Yes or no? Hello? You get the messages, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Yeah. So that is called as a prescriptive analysis. So when I'm talking about the data analysis, it is nothing but inspect, clean, transform, and model so that you can take a business decision. And there are types of data analysis: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Okay. So there is a one more thing, it is called as a exploratory data analysis. So what is the meaning of this? Using the statistical graphs and other visualization tools to explore the data sets for patterns, anomalies, and get some insights. So normally when we actually follow the data science project or data analytics or whatever it is, we say it is nothing but the EDA, exploratory data analysis. Explore the data more and more try to understand your data. It's called as exploratory data analysis. Are you with me so far, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So just write down types of data analysis and just mention the pointers. Don't write down any other thing. Just write down the different types and write down the definition of EDA also. That is important. Do it. Once done, let me know. Someone come on the audio and let me know. Okay. Done? Done, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let's go for then what is a data analytics. So we have talked about what is the analysis. Now we are going to talk about what is the analytics. So it is a broader term that comprises a wide range of data processing, statistical analysis, and machine learning techniques as well. So it is not just limited to take the data and some do analysis on that, but it is a data pre-processing, statistical analysis, and even applying some machine learning techniques to extract the insights and knowledge from the data. So it involves not only analyzing the data, but using some algorithms and models to predict the outcomes as well and provides the recommendation. So analytics is more concerned with deriving the actionable insights and making the data driven decisions. So I'm not just going to analyze the data, but I'm going to use some algorithms, I'm going to use some models so that I can predict the outcomes and provide the recommendations based on that. So what are the examples of the analytics? Example, first one, customer analytics. What is the meaning of this? So using the data to understand customer behavior, preferences, and their buying patterns to improve the customer experience and retention strategies. I'll give you the example. Suppose I'm talking about, say, Amazon. What the Amazon gives you some recommendations. Am I right? Yes or no?
ma'am.
Yes. So what you will do with that recommendations? Tell me. क्या क्या रिकमेंडेशन देता है, कैसे देता है वो रिकमेंडेशन, हाउ इट गिव्स यू बेस्ड ऑन आपने पहले क्या बाय किया था, प्रीवियस योर प्रेफरेंसेस, योर बाइंग पैटर्न, okay, how, where you are browsing, what are your preferences, everything it is going to understand, and then based on that it is going to give you the recommendations. So behind that there are some algorithms which are getting executed. We say it is called as a customer analytics. Next, marketing analytics. What do you mean by this? Analyzing the market campaign data to optimize the spend and improve the ROI by identifying the most effective channel and tactics. How I will do the marketing? For any new product launch, if I wanted to go for launching a new product, how I will do the marketing? Is it that I'm going to just send what we can say the pamphlets or something like this? No, nowadays we are in the era of digitization. So am I going to use that? So that is a marketing analytics. Again, some algorithms are, or we can say the machine learning algorithms are basically used. Operational analytics. So analyzing the business operation data to improve the efficiency and reduce the cost, such as optimizing the supply chain management or a production process or something like this. And then financial analytics, assessing the financial data to predict the market trends. क्या हो सकते हैं, क्या market risk है, and enhance the investment strategies. If I wanted to go on what we can say, invest on my क्या बोलते हैं उसे, mutual funds. So are you going to understand the market first? Yes or no? What you say? Are you going to understand the market first? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So are you understanding what is the difference between analysis and analytics? Analysis is just analyzing the data, whereas analytics is nothing but applying some algorithms, techniques, statistical models, machine learning techniques, so that you can predict the future as well as you can provide some actions also based on that, right? Hello.
Yes.
So let's try.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is the question. Any question, anyone? So let's try to understand the difference between the analysis and analytics. So when I'm talking about the definition, focuses on inspecting, cleaning, and interpreting Are you able to hear me, everyone? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Now, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There was
There was a drop in between, ma'am.
yeah, electricity issue, to be frank. Okay, fine. Just give me a minute. So let's try to understand the difference now. So focus on inspecting, cleaning, and interpreting the data to extract the meaningful insights. Whereas analytics is a, a broader field that includes the data analysis, but also incorporates the advanced statistical and machine learning techniques to derive the actionable insights and predictions. So what is the scope in the analysis? Analysis is generally narrower. Okay, it's just to check the data and find the patterns and draw the conclusions. Whereas analytics has a broader scope, like includes the analyzing, modeling, interpreting the data to make some informed business decisions. What is the goal? Goal is to understand the past data and identify the trends or patterns. Whereas over here, the goal is to derive the actionable insights, predict future outcomes, and make the strategic decision. Techniques like basic statistical tools or descriptive analysis, data visualization, or maybe hypothesis testing. Whereas over here, we are going to use some predictive modeling, machine learning, and data mining techniques as well. So output is just a summarize patterns or trends, whereas over here the output is some insights, predictions, recommendations, and the strategies. So are you clear with what is the difference between the analysis and analytics now, everyone? Yes or no? So I just want 2 pointers to be noted down over here. When you talk about the analysis and analytics, just write down the techniques used in both and what is the output that both of them are going to give. Just note it down this pointer. Once it is done, let me know. I'm waiting.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
can you show the data analytics slide for 1 minute?
Ha.
Madam, are you going to share this PPT?
Yes. Everything I'm going to share with you.
Thank
I
you.
just want you to make a note of these 2 points. That is a technique and output in your book. That's it.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, ma'am.
Everyone, if it is done, let me know. I'm waiting.
Madam, I think this much of in-depth details is not available in Kothari's book. So, are you referring any other books?
No, it's all my own notes because from last 15 years I'm into this now. So
That's
these
why.
are my notes. So you just refer my notes. That will be enough for you people.
Yes. Because I have noticed that is not available in many books. So you have made that very nice notes. Thank you for this.
Yes, welcome. I'm going to share this everything with you. Not to worry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Once done, let me know. Done? Okay. Once done, let me know. Then I'll move on to the next point. So let's move on to the next point. So what is the role of data analyst? Now you must have heard nowadays there are n number of jobs available as the data analyst. Whether it is whatever is the domain, irrespective of that, whether it is a finance or a HR or a pharma or whatever it is, everywhere the data analyst is required because we know that everywhere data is there. So what is the role of the data analyst? What it has, what are the responsibilities I can say? So it involves transforming the raw data into the meaningful insights that can help the organization to make the decisions. So take the data and transform it in such a way that you will get some meaningful insights. So data analyst is responsible for gathering, processing, and analyzing the data to identify the trends in the data, identify the patterns in the data, identify some anomalies into the data. Is there anything suspicious into your data? And then communicating these findings to the stakeholders in a clear and actionable manner. This we say it is nothing but the analyst. These are the things that has to be done by the data analyst. Okay. So let's try to understand what are the key responsibilities of the data analyst. So the first one is the data collection and extraction. So collect the data from various sources such as databases, APIs, spreadsheets, and external data sets. Use tools and techniques to extract the data from structured and unstructured data sources and ensure the data integrity. So collect the data and extract the data. So take the data from n number of sources because suppose I wanted to solve any business problem like launching a new product, whatever the data that I require, wherever it is stored, I need to take the data. I need to use some tools and techniques to extract the data also from these data sources and ensure the data integrity and accuracy during the extracting process. Are you extracting the relevant data or not? That has to be taken care. So the first one is the data collection and extraction. Second is data cleaning and preparation. So you have extracted the data. Now check whether do you have any missing values or any duplicates or any inconsistencies. Identify that and correct that. Do the standardization of the formats. Data should be in a standard format. Perform some normalization so that you can prepare the data for the analysis and convert the raw data into a format suitable for the analysis. Okay. So data cleaning and preparation. And I'll tell you that 70 to 75% time of the industry goes into this step. Because if this step is not correct, your rest of the things will not be correct. So that is very important that you need to understand. Clear, everyone? So data collection and extraction, data cleaning and preparation. So just write down key responsibilities of data analyst. Write down key responsibilities of data analyst. First one, data collection and extraction. First one, data collection and extraction. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Second, data cleaning and preparation. Don't write down other points because anyways I'm going to share the notes. Just I want some pointers should be there into your notebook. That's why I'm asking you to write it down. So data collection and extraction. Second is data cleaning and preparation. Data cleaning and preparation. Done? Data cleaning and preparation. Can I go to the next point? Now third.
Yes, ma'am.
Third responsibility of the analyst is the data analysis. Now actually perform the data analysis. You have collected the data, you have clean and pre-processed the data, and now perform the analysis. What do you mean by this? To apply some tools and techniques so that you can analyze the data, identify the trends and the patterns and some correlations, perform some descriptive, diagnostic, predictive or prescriptive analysis, which we have discussed just now, okay, and conduct some ADA on it. Once that is done, आपने analysis तो किया. Now you have to communicate this analysis or whatever the analysis that you have performed, or you have to report it. So what you will do, you will go for something called as a data visualization and the reporting. So you create the charts, graphs and dashboards. The जो हम लोग अभी third और fourth unit में सीखने वाले हैं. So that you can represent your findings in a visual way. So what are the tools like Tableau is there, Power BI is there, Python libraries are there, okay? So prepare it, your findings, whatever the answers or the insights that you got it, and communicate it in a so well manner so that even the non-technical stakeholder will be also able to understand this, right? So write down, next responsibility is data analysis. And the third one is data visualization and reporting. Data analysis, and the fourth one is data visualization and reporting. Once done, let me know. Data visualization and reporting. Done? Yes, all of you have done? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, then go for the fifth one. It's called as a statistical analysis and modeling. So apply some statistical methods or say techniques to understand the data distribution and the relationships. Okay, it's not that you have visualization and everything is done. It's not enough. Okay, so you have to understand it. Then build some simple predictive model to forecast trends or classify the data. So अगर मैंने बोला कि weather condition को forecast करो, how you will do this? Tell me. How you will do this? Weather forecasting कैसे करोगे बोलो मुझे.
Based on previous trend data, we can analyze and build the weather.
Exactly. So you will use some kind of a techniques, forecasting techniques or anything, so that you can understand what will happen. And when you will do this, can accuracy and reliability. अगर मैं बोल रही हूँ कि कल बारिश हो सकता है, ओके, तो वो बारिश होने है लेकिन वो बारिश नहीं हुआ, that means your model is not correct. Are you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is basically called as a, it is not that you have just built your model, you need to even check whether your model is correct or not. Obviously 100% sometimes it's not possible, but at least some percent of the accuracy it should come. अगर 10 में से 8 times आपका forecasting correct है और 2 times wrong है, that is acceptable, right? So that is called as a build the models, predictive models, and even validate its accuracy. And finally, collaboration with the stakeholders. So work closely with the business teams. It is not that मेरा काम मैं कर रहा हूँ and that is done. No, you have to work with the other teams, all the stakeholders, like managements, your clients, your colleagues, and everyone, so that you can understand their data needs and the requirements. So whatever the problem, business problem that you are solving, what is expectations from the management? What are the expectations from your client? What are the expectations from your team lead? What are the expectations from your colleagues? Okay, that everything you need to understand. And based on that, you need to prepare or you need to work as a data analyst. So translate the business questions into data analysis task and present the findings that provides the actionable insights and give the recommendations. Okay, so just write down the next task is statistical analysis and modeling. Statistical analysis and modeling. And then collaboration with stakeholders. Collaboration with stakeholders. Done? Done, all of you?
Done, ma'am.
Done. Next thing. It has to even do the database management as well. So manage, and because you are collecting the data in the first step only we have seen. So how you will manage it and maintain it, maybe using the SQL or no SQL. When you will go into the third semester, you will come to know that third semester only, you have a subject called as a SQL, no SQL. Okay, no SQL or next generation databases. Or maybe how you are maintaining it in the data warehouses, how you will write down the queries so that you will get the relevant answer for your data analysis. So entire database management is, again, obviously you are going to take the help of the database administrators, but again it is a responsibility of the data analyst. Autonomous automations and the scripting. Okay, develop some scripts so that you can avoid the repetitive task. अगर बार बार मुझे वही query लिखना है, are you going to write down the same query again and again? No. So what you will do? You will do the some automation, right? And then finally, it is a continuous learning and the development. There are n number of tools and the technologies which are coming in into the market. So that also you need to understand it very clearly. Okay, and you have to learn. I'll tell you that since I'm into the field of the AI, it is not that whatever that I have learned 5 years before that is sufficient. No, I have to learn so many things because we are in the era of Gen AI, agentic AI, and so many things. I have to deliver the corporate trainings based on this. So I have to be very much clear on all these things. Okay, so just write down database management, autonomous automations and the scripting, and finally continuous learning and the development. Once this is done, let me know. Once done, let me know. I'm waiting. Huh?
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay. So, as a data analyst, what are the skills that you require? क्या क्या skills आपको लगेंगे? First, you require some technical skills. What are those? You should be proficient in any of the programming, maybe Python or whatever it is. Strong knowledge of SQL is required. Experience with the data visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, or anything. Okay, you need to be familiar with the statistical softwares and the techniques, or understand the data warehouse and the complete ETL process. So it's not that easier to become a data analyst. So you should have the technical skills. Second skills that you required is the analytical and problem solving skills. I know all the technologies, but I don't know how to apply this or how to think critically or analytically, then it's of no use. Okay, so I require the analytical and problem solving skills. Next is communication skills. Obviously, I should be able to communicate the complex data findings in a very simple and clear manner to the non-technical stakeholders. My client is not able to understand what kind of a script or the program that you have written or how you have done this. I am interested only in the results. So explain me these results in a very clear way. You need to have the domain knowledge. This is very important. Suppose you are working as a data analyst in the pharmaceutical company. Can I say having just the knowledge of first three things are not enough? You should even have the understanding about the pharmaceutical related data as well. Are you agree to this, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So that is also a required. Okay. So you required these many skills. So just write down skills required as a data analyst or skills required for a data analyst. First, technical skills. Next, analytical and problem solving skills. Just write down the pointers. The rest of the things you are going to get. Analytical and problem solving skills. Third one, communication skills. And the last one, domain knowledge. And the last one, what you need is a domain knowledge. Done? Done, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Good. So now let's try to understand and what is this process, complete process. So first, identify the problem. So it should be very much clear into your mind what kind of a problem to solve. Then based on whatever the problem that you wanted to solve, you collect the data. Once you collected the relevant data, then clean and process the data. Once you clean and process the data, then analyze and report it. Then you create the complete model of the analysis. Then you deploy that model. Deploy in the sense now it will be in the use. It will be in the use. And finally, you are going to understand or evaluate its efficiency. Clear everyone? इजी है ना समझने के लिए. सो पहले क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है आइडेंटिफाई करो, कलेक्ट द डेटा, clean and process the data, analyze the report, create the model and deploy model, and once you deploy the model, find out its efficiency. Can you just draw this diagram, all of you, please? I'm waiting.
Yes, ma'am. Clearly understood.
Yes, just draw this diagram and once it is done, let me know. Once done, let me know. Done?
Done.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm getting one important call. Just give me a minute. Point now? Yes? Okay. So we have already talked about these types of analytics. So descriptive explains what happened. Diagnostic sex explains why it has happened. Predictive says forecast what might happen, and prescriptive says recommends an action based on the forecast. So I just want you to make a note of these points. Types of analytics you must have already written. Just write down descriptive explains what happened. Yay, whatever the text which I have written. This is important. Can you just write it down, all of you, please? Okay, so descriptive, what explains what happened, diagnostics, why it has happened, predictive forecast, what might happen, and prescriptive recommends an action based on the forecast. Do it, all of you. Once done, let me know. I'm waiting now.
Done now.
Camera.
Ma'am, 30 seconds.
I'll wait. Done?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So this is the same diagram about the 5 types of analytics. Only thing is there is a one more types of analytics which has been added over here, and it's called as a cognitive analysis. What the cognitive says is what can be improved or automate. So what happened? Why did happen? What will happen? What should be done? And that is action, and what can be improved or the automated. So these are in general on a broader level. We have a 5 types of analytics. This is very important, right? Now, let's try to understand these examples. Descriptive analytics. So let's like the example is an average test score for the student in the class. It's a descriptive analytics. Are you agree with me? It is just describing, or according to the consumer report, there were 2.5 problems per one copying machine. Okay, reported during 2009. Can I say this is again the descriptive analysis? Agree to this, everyone? Yes or no? So if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
take the example of say admission process, and I'm just getting the data about the admission, that this is what is the admission status right now from these many regions, this many people, or whatever it is. Okay. So can I say it is just describing the data? So this is the descriptive analytics or statistics. Correct? Now, coming to the next point, what is a diagnostic? So can I say why did so many umbrella sales this month? Answering why question, because it rained a lot this particular month. That is why so many umbrellas were sold. So why the admissions are more this time, or why the admissions are less this time? Understanding why questions, or why there are so many outsiders, or why there are so many localites. Understanding why. Can I say it is a diagnostic analysis? Are you agree? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Next, predictive. Let's take an example. I have given you a context that in the next month there will be a say football match. So can I say you will do now the predictive analysis since there is a football match of this particular club or a league in the next month, there can be more sales of my air tickets, and then I will decide based on that what action to be taken, whether I need to give some kind of a what to hike the prices or something like this. So predict karo what will be happen, what will happen next. So if this is the admission status from last 3 years for data science course, then what might happen, like what will be the admission status or how much admissions will be there in the next year, can I say that is a predictive analysis? Correct? Agree? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Agree.
Agree. And last will be prescriptive. Prescriptive, based on whatever that you found out, suggest me some actions to be taken or recommend me some actions. This is called as a perspective analysis. So it is not that you can directly jump to the predictive or you can jump directly to the prescriptive. Can I say you need to go in this way, that is first descriptive, then diagnostic, then predictive, and then prescriptive, right? Agree? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that needs to be done. So these are the different types of analytics. Okay. Now what I will do is I will wait for 5 minutes, say, and I'm going to give you one assignment, a simple assignment. जैसे मैंने अभी एक example लिया that starting from the admission process, एक ही case study एक ही लेना, और ये case study में in this particular case study, this is a descriptive, this is diagnostic, this is perspective. So you take one case study and I'll ask any one of you to give me the example by coming on the audio. Do it all of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes to do that. I'm waiting. Yes. How many of you have done case studies? Okay. Who is ready to come and tell me? Who is
Yes,
ready to
ma'am.
help?
I'm ready.
Yeah, Ankit Bishra. Yeah, please tell me, Ankit. What is the case study?
Yeah, so मेरा केस स्टडी है फाइनेंस सेक्टर में
Hmm.
कस्टमर बिहेवियर एनालिसिस.
Hmm.
तो जस्ट लाइक हिस्ट्री ट्रेंड डेटा के बेस पे हम लोग डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं कि लाइक लास्ट क्वार्टर में 10,000 या 20,000 कस्टमर ने अपना बिल टाइम पे पे नहीं किया.
No. What is the
एंड
descriptive analysis?
so descriptive
What?
like I'm presenting कि like
Hmm.
what is the problem, like what is the data trends saying.
Hmm.
So हमारा ट्रेंड्स दिखा रहा है कि लास्ट क्वार्टर में 10,000 कस्टमर्स अपना बिल टाइम पे नहीं किए.
Huh.
एंड आवर डिफॉल्ट रेट इज 7% और 10%.
Hmm.
एंड मतलब अपना सेगमेंट देखा जाए तो ई कॉमर्स एंड ट्रेवल में ज्यादा एक्सपेंसेस कस्टमर ने यूज किए हैं
Hmm.
ऐसे पैटर्न. सो ये हमारा डिस्क्राइब हुआ कि लाइक ये डेटा पे डिस्क्राइब करना है क्या क्या डिस्क्राइब डेटा
Okay.
मतलब डेटा क्या है. फिर हम लोग
हाँ.
डायग्नोस किया मतलब प्रॉब्लम क्या है. सो व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम. सो अवर प्रॉब्लम जो मतलब हमारा डिफॉल्ट रेट 7% है वो क्यों है एंड वो किधर है एंड वो उसका रीजन क्या है. सो उसमें हम दिखा सकते हैं कि जो कस्टमर का यूटिलाइजेशन 80% से ज्यादा है या फिर वो ई कॉमर्स सेक्शन मतलब वो ज्यादातर मोस्टली ई कॉमर्स सेक्शन में यूज करते हैं उनका डिफॉल्ट रेट ज्यादा है या फिर वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं 20 to 28 ईयर्स के स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो उनका डिफॉल्ट रेट ज्यादा है. सो दिस इज द
Okay.
डायग्नोस्टिक लाइक दिस इज द एरिया वेयर द डिफॉल्ट रेट इज हाई.
Okay. हाँ.
एंड प्रिडिक्टिव में हम ये ले सकते हैं कि लाइक नेक्स्ट अगले 3 मंथ में हम लोग जो कस्टमर्स को लोन देने वाले हैं उसमें इन कस्टमर्स को हम लोग कम लोन दें. एंड अगर हम लोग लोन दे रहे हैं तो उसमें ये रूल्स डाल सकते हैं लाइक दिस इज द रूल्स. एंड
हाँ.
फिर हम लोग लाइक उनको पहले से लाइक हाई रिस्क सेगमेंट्स में डिफॉल्ट करने का जिनका चांसेस हैं या स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको हम लोग एक वार्निंग टारगेट या फिर हम लोग पहले से उनको डिफाइन करके रखेंगे दिस इज द हाई मतलब हाई कस्टमर हाई रिस्क कस्टमर्स.
Okay. Okay. हाँ.
एंड हम लोग ये देख सकते हैं कि लाइक ये फेस्टिवल सीजन्स में हमारा एक्सपेंसेस ज्यादा होते हैं या इस टाइम पे कस्टमर्स ज्यादा यूज करते हैं कार्ड्स एंड लोन्स. सो हम लोग उसके हिसाब से प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हैं वो.
अच्छा. Okay.
एंड प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव में दिखा सकते हैं कि लाइक हाई कस्टमर्स जो हाई रिस्क कस्टमर्स हैं उनको लाइक क्रेडिट लिमिट कम करके दें एंड रिमाइंडर एंड अलर्ट्स उनको भेजते रहें
अच्छा.
टाइम टू टाइम.
Okay.
और रिस्ट्रिक्शन का ऑप्शन देना फिर फेस्टिवल सीजन पे उनको टारगेट दे दें या फिर कैशबैक दे दें जो अच्छे कस्टमर्स उनको कैशबैक दे दें
हाँ हाँ
सो दैट कि मतलब उनका लॉसेस कम हो.
Yes. Correct. Very correct. Good. Good, Ankit. Any other than this example, one person can come and tell me. Other than this, any other example? Anyone from girls? I'm waiting. Anyone from the girls? No one? What happened?
मैम समझ आ गया बट कोई एग्जांपल याद नहीं आ रहा है. टाइप समझ में आ गया टाइप्स ऑफ एनालिटिकल.
नहीं ना फिर एप्लीकेशन आना चाहिए ना मनीष.
यस मैम.
Think about it afterwards. Yes. Girls, anyone? No one? I told you, na, Mike, I want a class should be interactive. Okay, fine. You afterwards in the next session, that is tomorrow session, you have to come up with these case studies, right? Okay. Let me go to the. Let me just check whether we can able to complete this pointer or not. Okay, just a minute. So we will cover this pointer in today's session, and the rest of the things we will cover it in the next. So let's try to understand what are the different types of data that you can have. So on a broader level, the data is classified into two. One is a qualitative data and one is called as a quantitative data. So qualitative data is basically again categorized into two. One is the nominal data and the ordinal data, whereas the quantitative data is classified into discrete data and the continuous data. So let's try to understand these pointers. Okay. So qualitative data, let's say qualitative, no numbers. So nominal. Nominal is nothing but gender. So where the order doesn't matter. It's a nominal. Order doesn't matter. Gender, male है या female है. So कौन सा first आता है doesn't matter. Okay. Hair color, brown है या कैसे है doesn't matter. Okay. Ethnicity, like क्या है, Asian है या whatever it is, doesn't matter. So the data wherein the order doesn't matter, we say that is called as a nominal data. And a data where the order matters, like I'll tell you first, second, third, fourth. आप क्लास में कौन से नंबर पे आ रहे हो, फर्स्ट नंबर पे, सेकंड नंबर पे या थर्ड नंबर पे. सो दैट मैटर्स. ए बी सी, ए के बाद ही बी आता है, बी के बाद ही सी आता है. और आई कैन से इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस, लो, मीडियम, हाई, वॉट एवर इट इज. सो ऑर्डर मैटर्स. जहाँ पे ऑर्डर डज मैटर, दैट इज बेसिकली कॉल्ड एज अ ऑर्डिनल डेटा. ओके. नेक्स्ट, कमिंग टू द डिस्क्रीट डेटा. Okay, the number of students in the class. Can I say number of students in the class can be 10.5? Can I say like this? Can I say
No,
like
ma'am.
this? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, the number of workers in the company cannot be continuous. It should be discrete, a fixed value. The number of home runs in the basketball game, whatever it is. So a number which cannot be continuous, it's a discrete. So what is a continuous then? Height of the children, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, right? Continuous है ना? Yes or no? Agree? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Agree.
Yes. Yes. Then the square footage of the 2-bedroom house. कितना square foot area है? या फिर the speed of the cars. Okay, so all these are basically called as a continuous values. So on a broader level, the data gets classified like this: quantitative and qualitative. In quantitative, there is a discrete and continuous, and in qualitative, there is a nominal and the ordinal. So I want all of you to draw this diagram. This is very self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into much of that. Right? Yes or no? Agree to this? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So do it now. Once you have done with the diagram, let me know. Okay. ये थोड़े theoretical sessions है, तो I may not take a complete 2 hours of session क्योंकि आप bore हो जाओगे, right? But as soon as we start with our Power BI and Tableau, or maybe a practicals in that way, okay, then there will be a complete 2 hours of session, right? because I want you to understand. I just want to finish the portion. Once you are done with the diagram, let me know. I'm waiting.
अबे यार पागल है बे तू।
Hello, mute yourself, please.
अबे ये क्या ये भेजा तूने?
Hello, mute yourself.
मैम बोलेंगे बे। मैम स्ट्रिक्ट है बे यहाँ पे वैसे।
Mute yourself. What was that? Who was that? Have you finished with the diagram, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So quantitative data, okay, it is what? It answers the key questions like how many, how much, how often, right? Example can be score on the test or the exams, weight of the person, okay, your shoe size, or maybe a temperature in the room. So all is basically called as a quantitative data. And we have already discussed it gets categorized into the discrete or, okay, continuous. Then we have a qualitative data. So qualitative data can't be exposed as a numbers and can't be measured, right? So it is also called as a categorical data. इसे ही क्या बोलते हैं आप? Categorical data. Okay, examples like colors, okay, or maybe your favorite holiday destination, or names, or maybe ethnicity, okay, whatever it is. So again, in that case, as we have discussed, there are two types. One is the nominal and one is the ordinal. So we have already discussed कि quantitative data क्या है example and qualitative data के examples. Okay, nominal data, okay, just the labels of the variables without any type of a quantitative values. Okay, like gender, hair color, marital status, जहाँ पे order नहीं, just the labels है कि married, unmarried, or whatever it is. Okay, so these are just the labels. We say it is a nominal data. Whereas when you have ordinal data, order matters. जैसे मैंने बोला पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन, ग्रेजुएशन, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन, PhD, order matters. Letters like ABC, order matters. So all this is basically called as a ordinal data. Then this is an example like nominal data क्या है and ordinal data क्या है. This is just what we can say. I've given you some examples over here. Later on when I'll share this slide, you can just go through it. Coming to the discrete, okay, discrete data is a count that involves only integers. Okay, discrete values cannot be subdivided into the parts like 5.1, 5.2. So you cannot have the kids count as 5.1 or 1.5. Okay, so number of students in the class, number of workers in the company, the home runs, whatever it is. So this is called as a discrete data. So continuous data, wherein you have a measure on the scale or a continuous values are there, like 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, whatever it is. Okay, can I say weight is again a continuous? What do you say? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Good. Then, so this is just an example like discrete or continuous. Uske examples here, and I've just shown you the pics of that. Right. Now, in the next lecture, what I'll just that is a tomorrow section. What we are going to do? We are going to do the data analytics process completely. What are the different steps? Okay. Then different types of file formats we are going to see in the next session. कि क्या क्या file formats से आप data ले सकते हो. We are going to discuss everything. Okay. Then what are the normally used file formats for the data analysis? क्या क्या है वो हम लोग check करेंगे. Okay, from everything. What are the different data sources from wherein you can take the data? Okay, so data sources. So everything, and finally we are going to talk about the repositories and types of repositories, right? So these are the different things that we are going to do it in the next session. Okay, tomorrow's session. So tomorrow will be bit again a heavy session where we are going to talk so many things. So let's just have a quick recap of what we have done in the today's session. So can I say today first we have seen what is the analysis, and then we have seen what do you mean by analytics. Then we have seen what are the roles of the responsibilities of the data analytics or analyst. What are the skills required by the data analytics? What are the different types of the analytics? Okay, we have seen some examples of that. Then we have seen what are the different types of data as well. Are you with me so far, everyone? Yes or no up to this pointer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. In the next session, we are going to see a complete process, the different file formats, the different data sources and data repositories. So these are the 4 points which we are going to cover it in the tomorrow's session, right? Okay. Hira or Mayur, can you just take the attendance, or you have already done with the attendance? Let me know. You have done the attendance. And hope, Hira, you are maintaining the attendance as well, right? Yes. Once tomorrow the first unit gets completed, I will share this complete PPT with you all. And you have created already the classroom, so you can just share it on the classroom so that everyone will be can access this, right? Fine, everyone? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So we will stop for a day, and once I upload the PPT tomorrow, next session I will take a quiz on the same unit so that be prepared with what I'm talking about, right? A simple MCQ quiz. Chalo. So thank you, and let's meet tomorrow same time 11:15.
Ma'am,
Right?
ma'am,
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
ma'am,
तो बोलो
ma'am, for a minute, ma'am, मला एक स्क्रीनशॉट घ्यायचे आहेत फक्त अटेंडन्सचे, नंतर तुम्ही लीव
take
करला.
it. No issues.